I've been consciously on my awakening and remembrance journey for a couple of years. And I want to say that there was a time where I felt like there was some final destination I needed to get to. I felt like, there was a better version of myself that I was attempting to embody. I was constantly striving for more, trying to get somewhere. And I finally got to a place where I realized, like, none of that is necessary and it's still ego in action. And I want to encourage anyone who is on their remembrance journey, some may call it a healing journey. I feel like when I was calling it a healing journey, that is what made me feel like I had to keep like striving towards something, like there was something to fix, there was something to heal. But the reality for me is that I'm just remembering the truth of who I am. So I'm not healing anything. I'm remembering, I'm discovering, I'm coming home to myself, right? I'm clearing out the gunk. I'm clearing out the beliefs and the programming that is keeping me from the truth of who I am, that is clear, that is disrupting my true programming, that is basically like a virus in my system, you know? It got me going haywire. And so when I realized that I am on this remembrance journey, it really helped me to like slow down and just be with the journey, be with the process. I wasn't rushing to get anywhere anymore. I didn't feel like I shouldn't be somewhere or I should be somewhere else. I came to a place where I started to realize that everything is part of the all, that all of this plays a part in the bigger picture. That, you know, this past weekend, I was thinking like, I heard someone say, all your choices led you here. And I started to think like, would I have done anything differently? The truth is no. Like I am obsessed with who I've become. Love I love my knowing. I love the source of who I love, the root of who I am. I love the way I see this world. I love what I've remembered about this world and about myself, the freedom that I experienced from this knowing, from this remembrance. And I don't know if other choices would have still led me here. And, it's so interesting because there were so many things in this world that I was trying to avoid because I thought in and of itself it was a negative thing. And then these things actually happened. And then I realized, like, oh, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just life. It's a part of the experience, it's a possibility. And we don't need to run from the possibilities. Like, everything that is happening in our experience is part of all that is. It's a possibility, and nothing in this possibility, in the realm of possibility, in and of itself is bad or negative. It's whatever meaning you give it, but it's all guiding you back to yourself. It's all guiding you back to your truth. So I am basically wanting to share that if you are on your awakening journey, on your remembrance journey, you may call it a healing journey, and you're getting frustrated, you feel like it's not fair, you have a knowing, but the world doesn't seem to be reflecting that to you, know that all is well. You are already the version of yourself that you know you are. And right now, this is the cleansing happening, the releasing. You're getting from, you're untangling from all the stories and the beliefs and the expectations, from the people pleasing, from trying to be politically correct, from trying to be socially acceptable. You're releasing all these aspects that have held you in prison, held you from your truth, that have been distracting you from the essence of who you are for so long. Imagine, I mean, time is an illusion, but imagine all these years that you've been holding on to these aspects of yourself. Even as I'm saying that, my mind is literally showing me that it doesn't have to be that way, that the timelines can be collapsed even quicker. So I'll leave that alone. But the whole point is that this is the clearing stage. This is where the clearing is happening. And when you move into that freedom, you move into the truth of who you are, where you're not trying to get people to understand you. You're not explaining yourself to people. Like, it's not so much that what you're going to gather from this world, right, and materialistically, or how your life is going to look, but a big part of it is how you're going to feel, how you're going to be showing up, how you're going to be in your power. there's going to be something about your frequency that people can't ignore. They can't ignore. But though your frequency is already there where people can't ignore your frequency, it's going to get even clearer. And as you're letting go of the gunk, letting go of the stories, letting go of the beliefs that aren't really yours to hold on to, that are limiting your experience here, your energy field is going to be so clear that people can't ignore you. It's going to be so powerful that it's actually, people ain't going to be able to tolerate it. They're going to move themselves out the way because they just can't take you. They can't take you. And you're going to be so comfortable in your energy. You're going to be so comfortable in your being, not from a place of like this grandiose or ego, but from a place of service, from a place of love, from a place of, I remember who I am and I know who you are. And even if you don't remember, I'm going to still hold you in that energy. I'm going to hold you in this knowing. And so wherever you are in your journey, for those who are in the midst of it, or probably early on, and just feel like it's just a lot and you're just wondering like, when the fuck do I make it to wherever you believe you're going to make it to, know that this is part of the clearing. This is part of the remembrance. This is you coming home to yourself. You don't have to need or want for anything. It already is. You're just clearing out the gunk out the way so that you can feel clearly. You can be clearly. You can embody clearly, because there are still stories and beliefs and habits that are kind of weighing down your energetic field, so that it's not as clear as it is, right? You are already those things. You are already the energy. It's just a matter of like you clearing out the gunk so that you can truly feel and embody your essence without interference, without, imagine yourself as a computer, right? Without getting a virus in your coding, because that's what the stories are. That's what the beliefs are. That's what all that wounded ego stuff is. Like, it's just corrupting your service. It's corrupting your programming. It's corrupting the essence of who you are. And as we clear that out more and more and get untangled from it, she show up in all that she is. He shows up in all that they show up in all that they are. That's all. So I love you. I feel like that was a lot of tangents, but it came out, so here we are. I love you. Have your best day on purpose. Remember that you are the creator. You are the creator of your experience, and it already is. Give thanks now, because it already is. Tune into your energy field. Check the frequency. When you say things, see how it feels for you. When you are calling things into your experience, see how it feels for you. And when it doesn't feel like real, when you can't really embody it, when you can't visualize like the joy and the excitement of that thing, ask yourself, pause whenever you get a chance to ask yourself, what am I not seeing clearly? What am I not seeing clearly? What is interrupting my vision? What is like filtering? What am I filtering this experience through? What am I filtering this knowing through? And it's going to let you know like what belief or what habit you're holding on to that is the filter in which you're seeing things through, and therefore not clearly, not in its truth, but through someone else's or some other filter that does not belong to you. And it is not in resonance with the truth of who you are. So, love you.